Hey everyone, my name is Catherine and welcome to my channel. I'm coming back with a non-travel related video. If you watch my videos, typically I do travel content, but I am in my winter arc as what I've been seeing going around on TikTok and other social media platforms where I've just been staying put at home during the winter, working my full-time job, and I uploaded all my travel content. So if you want to see anything from me that I could do while not traveling, let me know. I have some travel plans, but that isn't for a couple of months. And yeah, so I saw somebody post about their Nuuly experience, actually one of my travel friends. That gave me an idea to do the same because that was her experience doing Nuuly for the first time. But I've been a Nuuly subscriber for well over a year now, and I thought I'd talk about it. Plus, I got my box in today. So if you don't know, backtracking, Nuuly is a subscription service that is basically where each month you get to pick out about 5 or 6 pieces. I feel like I should know this by now. Yeah, 6 pieces of clothing to rent for the month. It doesn't matter the cost. You can pick whatever clothing items you want, and it's typically from like Anthropologie, Free People, and similar-esque type of brands, and I already shop at those places pretty frequently. So I love to do this because it's a great way for you to be able to spice up your wardrobe and switch things out, especially things that are more unique that maybe you'll just want to wear once or twice, like something for a wedding or special events. Like I ordered something for New Year's Eve that was like a sparkly top and bottom that I wouldn't wear much throughout the year. Maybe something that's out of your comfort zone, or like a really like bold big jacket that would take up a lot of space in your closet that you just don't know if you would wear long term, or just want to borrow. It's really just a fun way to switch things up. And it's also a sustainable brand with the way they package things, and it doesn't like give into the whole fast fashion, you wear things a couple of times and throw it out type of model, but you really reuse things over and over again. Like different people reuse the items over and over again. And I just think it's such a fun concept. And I overall have really loved my experience with Nuuly. You can easily take breaks if you need be. Like when I was in between jobs, I didn't want to have that extra expense because it definitely is a want over a need. So every month, for a couple of months, I would continue to push the pause for another month option, and they're able to do that with no problem, no questions asked, anything like that. So that is a great thing that I love about them. And also, if you do want to buy something, you're able to do so, and it's always at a discounted price as well. They're constantly updating the website with new merchandise. Obviously, you can see reviews that other people have noted. I've even noticed in my job, I started a new job like 5-ish months ago, and I would see some Nuuly items that are more unique on the site, and then I would see some girls in my office wearing those items, and I'm like, what are the chances that they also do Nuuly? And they do. So it's just so funny that like multiple people around me that I work with already do Nuuly on top of me already doing it myself. And I heard about it through social media and just absolutely love it. And so you can pause pretty easily. I like that it's sustainable. You have the option to buy things. Also, they're pretty flexible in terms of like things that may happen, such as one time I ordered something and my friend's dog, and she's like a small dog, but she jumped up on me, and it was like a longer kind of open shawl blouse thing, and her claw just like got in the fabric and just tore it completely down. And I was like, I do not like, oh no, what am I going to do? I'd rather not have to pay for it, things like that. And I asked them, and Nuuly said, just return it, no questions asked. We won't charge you anything. You could spill wine on it and we wouldn't charge you. So that's really good to know. Obviously, still take care of the clothing items, but if something were to happen like that, they're not going to force you to buy something, because some items on there are a couple $100s. A lot of things are under $100, but a lot of things aren't. So you're not going to accidentally maybe have something happen to like a clothing item that's for $500, and then something happens and all of a sudden you have to pay for that, and you didn't budget that for the month or something like that. So don't worry about that. There's another thing that happened recently where actually the outfit I was talking about for New Year's that I wore, it was like a sparkly skirt and a matching open jacket that's completely sequined, and so is the skirt, and they're the complete same like fabric, their matching set. And I returned everything and they told me, hey, before unlocking your next month's Nuuly, we need to get all the items back or you need to buy what you have missing. And I was confused because I returned everything, but it looks like they didn't find the skirt, and I double checked my place here. It's a very sparkly skirt, so it'd be very noticeable, but I couldn't find it. So I went back to them and said, hey, maybe you guys just miscounted. They're the same fabric. Maybe you thought it was one when it was really two, because I packed them like on top of each other, but I don't have it here. And I was worried they would force me to pay for it, but they didn't. So they're opening like an investigation on their end and working out internally, and they're just allowing me to continue doing Nuuly, which is great because I was worried I'd have to buy a skirt for like $60 that I don't even own, but that's not the case. As for cost wise, it's about like $98, pretty much like $100 with tax per month, which might be steep, but when you look at like the cost of the items that you're renting every month, like it's just a fraction of what those items cost. And of course, yes, you're renting it, but it's just a fun way to be able to ramp up your wardrobe and just try new pieces all the time. And it just keeps people from going into like fast fashion and things like that. So I know everyone's budget is different, but I think that for me, it's been very fun and well worth it, because it's really easy to just go to the mall and then unexpectedly you buy a bunch of things and then you only wear them a couple of times and they cost like that same amount of money, whereas here you're buying for the short term, whether it's like a vacation or the season, and it's just, I feel like I'm being repetitive. It's just fun. And I've definitely bought a handful of items from Nuuly to keep that are now some of my staple items. So it's really great also to just test drive clothing if you are thinking about buying something on Anthropologie and Nuuly has it, to really see if you do like it and if you actually would wear it, because a lot of times we do impulse buy. Like for example, this sweater here that I'm wearing, I can kind of show it. It's like a Renaissance themed sweater. It's upside down. I don't know why. But I wear this sweater all the time when I'm home. I don't know why. It's like the perfect amount of lightweight but cozy and soft, and it's my go-to home lounge sweater. So this is one of the many items that I have, maybe not many, but a handful of items that I have bought off of Nuuly. And yeah, so if I remember anything else, I will let you know. I'm just going off the top of my head of what I love about Nuuly. Obviously, if you're having to be careful with finances and it would be a stretch, like when I was in between jobs, I cut out Nuuly for like a good year plus. But now that I do have one and I'm able to like have the spending money, I'm definitely happy to keep doing it. So I think if you're able to financially, it's definitely worth it. So now I'm going to open my very large Nuuly package. All right, okay. It is very large because my favorite time to order Nuuly is during the winter, because I get to play with winter jackets. I love fall, more so fall, but also winter fashion too. And it's just so fun to be able to order these things, because I feel like jackets just take up so much space in your closet. I already have like no space in my closet because of all the jackets I have. So it's good to like, especially fun patterns, like mix, you know, like try them out and like, yeah, have different options. But this is how big it looks like. They try to be very sustainable with their packaging by having like packages that they are able to reuse over and over again. There's no plastic that's used to individually wrap the clothing items, which I also love. And it's just really the only thing that's like being used when shipping this out is the actual like sticker, you know, that you have to use as the label. And then also obviously there's going to be CO2 emissions from shipping. But for the most part, I think this is a really sustainable way to shop, and I'm very sustainably focused, fun fact. So I just love it. So anyway, I'm going to put this on the ground and show you what I got. And this is exciting because it's the first time I'm seeing all this. So from what I remember, I ordered almost all jackets with the exception of maybe like 2 items. So let's see what I got. The first item is a Free People jacket, and it is this like really pretty brown jacket that has green as well. I think it looks so nice on the camera. I'll probably try these on afterwards for you all and see how I like them. I think also, now that I'm thinking about it, I've only said positive things. My only complaint from Nuuly, and it is on the bigger end of a complaint, but still not enough for me to not do Nuuly. But my main thing is that because it's gotten so popular from what I've seen, a lot of times like what you can do in your account is you can heart things or like save them to your closet so that when it's time for you to unlock your Nuuly, because you can't get your next box until you return your previous box, just so you're not like keeping things that you haven't like, you know, it's just, it makes sense. So by the time that it's time for you to like have your next box be open and you can fill it, a lot of times the items that I want are not available because there's only so many pieces of it and it's not available in my size or at all. And it's been a bit frustrating when I have a set of items I want and even a backup like 2-3 items, and like half of those items, if not more, aren't available. And that's been a thing that's been happening a lot lately. So I know it's like kind of tricky for Nuuly, but that's just one thing that's been frustrating about their site. It's just like the lack of inventory and just high demand. And then you're having to like scramble to find things as you're trying to put in your box. And if you do order something and then they realize after you ordered it that they don't have that availability, or it like ran out right as you were ordering, they will try to ship you something that's very similar, and then you get an extra bonus item next month. So instead of 6 items, you get 7. And that's only happened to me like once. I know it's happened more often to other people, so I don't know, but for me that's only happened once. But that's the main thing, is that I just feel like they need to have maybe more variety, or I know it's just hard to know, but that's just been my main complaint. All right, here's the first jacket. I'm also going to work out after this, so if I seem a little bit athleisure-esque, it's because I'm gonna go to the gym after this. But this is the first jacket. I think it's pretty cute. I'm also using this as a mirror because I have honestly not tried these on until now, but I like this one. It's like soft and fuzzy on the inside, which will be really nice because it's been pretty cold here. And I just love these colors because it just gives like nature, and I love that. So then I can button it here. And yeah, that is the first piece. All right, the next thing is also a jacket. I wanted this in a different pattern, in like a plaid red pattern, but they didn't have it. So I got it in this houndstooth pattern in this color, which is also pretty nice. So it is very large, but here it is. It is this like trench coat. Is that the right term? This pea coat that I thought would be really fun for this time of year. And if you're watching this later, I'm filming this in early February, so this is for the month of February. This is the second piece, and I think it's fun and just like a little posh, but it's this houndstooth pattern that's like a burnt orange and navy. So I think this would be fun. I'm actually going to a Cirque du Soleil show tomorrow because they're in town, and I feel like this gives a little classy circus vibes. I don't know why, if that's just me, with like houndstooth kind of being a fun pattern to wear to the circus, but a classy circus. So I think this might be my go-to thing to wear tomorrow. Might as well just wear it to work before I go because I'm going after work. So this might be the first item I wear for my rental box, which is exciting. And next I have this jean jacket by Levi, but it's like fuzzy. So this is what it looks like. It's more cropped, so it's still a jacket, but it's a cropped version because the other ones I have are on the longer end. So I thought that would be fun. All right, here's the next piece. It's getting a little staticky. I wouldn't wear this with just a tank top because the material isn't fuzzy inside, so it's a little like cold on the skin. But this is like a cropped fuzzy white jacket, and yeah, I think this would be fun. I could wear this to work. I feel like I'll probably wear this more like with friends because it gives more of that fun kind of contemporary vibe. I don't know how to describe it with just the crop, so maybe I'll wear it when I see my friends on Friday or something like that. But I thought it was fun to mix up the lengths because I went from like a mid-length with the first jacket and then super long and then now this cropped. So I think this will be fun for like a night out with the girls or something like that. And then next we have another jacket. This is why my Nuuly box is so big this month, is all these jackets. And it is this blue jacket. I thought it'd be so fun during the winter to have like this icy blue jacket. So this I think will be also a lot of fun. The length is similar to the houndstooth one, but it's even longer. And it's this really pretty blue that I think is so fun for winter. And this one's a little more like a wide, kind of roomy, loose feel than the houndstooth one, which is a little more structured. So this is nice, especially if I want to pair like a sweater underneath this, which I probably will because it's like freezing temperatures outside right now. But this is really fun, and yeah, this would take up so much space in my closet because it like, I'm tall, I'm like 5'8", and it goes down very, very low to basically almost my ankles. So yeah, but it's very fun to try out and just borrow for the month. And these last two items aren't like winter jackets. They're still, one of them's a jacket and one's not, but you'll see in a sec. Okay, this item, I don't know if it's what to call it. It is a blazer. So for work, I thought it'd be fun, but it's like a thick blazer and it has like a pattern on one side and then not on the other. And I thought this would be fun to wear for work. I'm pretty casual when it comes to my workplace and how I dress based on like the type of company it is. So it's pretty casual, but I thought it'd be fun to try that out. Here is the next piece. It has shoulder pads, which I'm not used to. I think they're good. They're not like flopped over, but I mean, it is a blazer, which makes sense, but I think the shoulder pads are just something I'm not used to. It just gives like the 80s. I think it looks fine. It just, I can like feel them. But yeah, anyway, I think this is nice, especially for this time of year because it's thicker and it has kind of like a softer wool kind of feel to it on the outside. But then it's like long, which I also really like. And it has the classic buttons. I'll probably just keep it open to like have it be a little more comfy, especially if I'm just like sitting. I really like the like asymmetrical vibes to it where it's got the like kind of stripiness here, but then it doesn't here. So yeah, this was definitely something I ordered because some pieces I wanted weren't available. And this was like a secondary item. So once I get over the shoulder pad feeling, which I'm not used to, then it's fine. I actually like it pretty well. So yeah, and now on to the last piece. The last thing, I sized up because they didn't have my size in this, but I really wanted to wear it, and I don't mind like oversized things. And it is this sweater vest. I thought this was so fun, and I don't know if it's something I would buy, although if I wear it a lot, you never know. I have been surprised in the past. A backstory for me is that growing up, I used to have an Italian Greyhound. If you're not familiar with the name of the breed, it's a Greyhound, but smaller. Jenna Marbles has Italian Greyhounds like Kermit. I actually got my Italian Greyhound before she got hers, so I guess I started the trend. But I'm obsessed with sighthounds and Italian Greyhounds, and I volunteer at a retired racing greyhound shelter, so I just love that breed. And I was really excited when I saw that it was like on a sweater vest like this, and I thought it'd be fun to wear it. So yeah, unique item. Here's the last piece. I would wear this with one of those like button down long sleeve tops with the collar. I have one of those, but I don't mind that I sized up because it's just like, especially with me wanting to pair a shirt underneath it, it just makes it more fun and more like, I don't know, I like things to be kind of looser on top and then tight on the bottom. But yeah, this is really fun with the little Greyhound, and it just like is attached to like my love for them pretty much, and my childhood since I grew up with an Italian Greyhound. But yeah, those are the pieces, and I'm pretty happy with all of them. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope this is helpful in regards to helping you out if you want to do Nuuly or not and try it out. I'll just link them down below. There's no like code or anything that I have. I just wanted to talk about my experience with them and was inspired to by one of my YouTube friends to film about them. But let me know if you've done Nuuly, how you like it, if you have similar experiences with like what you like about them versus maybe some issues that you've had with them. I just have like a giant pile of jackets now on the floor, and it's crazy that like I rented all of this for $100 because it's like a lot of pieces. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with what I got, and I'm excited to start wearing them throughout the month. And it's always just exciting when like my Nuuly box is like open and I get to pick my pieces for like the next month. It kind of feels like a little Christmas because it's like you have this entire site of clothing and you can pick any 6 that you want. It doesn't matter the price. All that matters is if you want to buy it at the end, then like you'll have to pay the discounted price depending on the original price that it is. But it's just so fun. It's just the only thing again is it can get frustrating if there's certain pieces you want that they don't have. But other than that, it's been a really good experience, and it's really easy to ship back. They give you the label in the bag, so you just take it, like peel it off like a sticker, put it on top, and drop it off at your nearest UPS. Shipping's included in the cost, by the way. You don't have to pay anything extra for shipping. Just that flat fee of like $98-ish is what you pay for everything. And it's really simple. Just drop it off at UPS and you head out and then get your new box like a couple days later. So anyway, that has been everything I wanted to talk about, and thank you all so much. If you have any requests from me from what you want to see, travel or not travel related, let me know, and I hope to see you in a future video of mine. Bye!